Okay, we also want to know how that teacher really is. All three of them got up at the same time and went out of the canteen. After a little inquiry, they found David's class and walked in without permission. Are you David, sir? As soon as they entered the class, they saw a man sitting on the chair smiling. He does not look like a teacher, at least not like a good teacher. They did not get any answer for a while. As soon as some students came to their class, David left the direction of the library and looked at them and said, "Yes, I am. We have heard that you have just defeated Mark, sir, in the challenge. With your advice, his students improved by 100%. Grace asked with disbelief. David said, "Yes, so give me advice too. I also want to see if you can increase my strength by 100%. I don't have time for wasting." David said this and asked him to leave. Teachers also have their own respect. They are not monkeys who can dance wherever they want. How can they advise anyone to walk freely? Anyway, why are you so arrogant? I am not your servant, David thought, in his mind. Then Grace said, "Don't you have time? Weren't you sitting empty? You were just smiling." Grace understood that David just wanted to get rid of her. She had said in front of all his friends that she would open the teacher's poll. Now she is being driven out of there without saying anything. Not at all. I have to take the admission of the students. I don't have time to fulfill the stubbornness of a proud girl, David said calmly. Grace shouted angrily, "You? She is the daughter of the mayor of this city. People praise her wherever she goes. And this man is not only refusing her but also saying proudly, 'So what if he is a teacher?'" "No one has the right to say that," Grace shouted angrily. "Sir, what should we do so that you will advise us?" David looked at her and said, "Make me your teacher." Grace saw that David was looking at her, as if he is looking at a madman. "Okay, I am ready to make you my teacher, but if you give me a wrong advice, then I will open your poll in front of the whole school." Grace, what are you doing? If you make her your teacher, then you will not be able to become Johnson Sir's student, the other two students shouted after hearing Grace. Grace hesitated to listen to her friends. She knew that according to the rules of the school, she could become the student of only one teacher at a time. Before becoming the student of the other teacher, she will have to take her name back from the first teacher's class. But it is not necessary that the other teacher should make her his student. Teachers like Johnson Sir will never do that. David instigated her. "Why did you stop? Don't you have the courage? Then hurry up and go from here. Don't stop my work. I have to take the admission of more students." Hearing David's words, Grace said angrily, "Who said I don't have the courage? I consider you my teacher." "You can admit me." David again tried to drive her away. "Your behavior is not right. You have a lot of anger and arrogance. I don't want to make you my student." He wanted him to get civil and quiet students like Roma, who would listen to him quietly. But Grace keeps fighting. She finds faults in everything he says. It would be better if she didn't have such students. Grace thought that after all her efforts, there would be no problem to David that making her student. He was still refusing. Grace's anger soared to the seventh heaven. She had come to catch her lie. If she leaves now, it will prove wrong. Maybe David is deliberately trying to drive her away so that her lie is not caught. She will never let this happen. "Oh, okay." This time she will admit her mistake. But as soon as she gets a chance, she will bring his lie in front of the whole school. Thinking so much, she calmed down and smiled and said to David, "Sir, don't be angry. I admit my mistake. Forgive me. I really want to be your student. Please make me your student." David listened to Grace and said, "Very good. I am ready to make you a student. But you will have to do some work. You will have to clean this room. I don't want even see a bit of dust. Then you will have to clean the bathroom, and you will also have to mop. I will see your work. If I like it, I will make you a student." "What are you saying?" Grace shouted angrily. "She is the daughter of a mayor. She has been a servant at her house since childhood. She never needed to do any work. And he is telling me to clean. Should I clean the bathroom? Should I mop? Has he gone mad? David said again. If you can't do such a small job, then you can go. I don't want any lazy and useless student. Then David thought, what did you think? Will you play with me? To fool me, you are too young to fool me. Then Grace said, who said I am lazy? I will clean right now, Grace shouted. He started cleaning the room with a broom. Grace, leave it. Let's go. I think he is just making things difficult for you, and he really doesn't know anything. While cleaning the daughter of the mayor, his friends said they were surprised to see all this, and that's why they started stopping her, Grace said, while showing attitude. Both of you wait for me outside. I will expose him right now. I have never lost to anyone. Both of knew about Grace's anger. If she was stubborn, then she wouldn't listen to anyone. After thinking for a while, they came up with a solution. Grace's servant also came along. Let's tell him about this. When he finds out that a zero-number teacher is making Grace do such things, then he will definitely stop him. Let's find him. His friends left from there. Grace's stubbornness was just like any other rich girl. Even after doing something, she decided that she will do it. She quickly cleaned the room and also cleaned the bathroom. David saw all this and praised her. Very good. Now you are happy, right? Now make me a student, Grace said while controlling his anger. She wanted to punch this man. She stopped himself with great difficulty. Ignoring Grace's angry eyes, David said, bring your identity card. Taking his identity card, David threw a token at him. Then he took a deep breath and poured a drop of blood on the token. Grace's wish was about to be fulfilled. Now she just had to bring this man's real face in front of everyone. She said with great difficulty, hiding his happiness and looking calm. I am now your student. Will you give me some advice? Show me your pose so that I know how much you know, David said. Yes, sir. Without saying a word, Grace bowed her head and then went back a little and started making her karate pose. Ho! Ho! Hi-ya! The wind started blowing. There was stability in her pose and the power was shining clearly. She was looking more powerful than Roma. Just by looking at her once, it was clear that she must have worked very hard in this. David was looking at her, but his attention was on the library of heaven as if he was blind. A book flew into his hand. Grace's name was written on it. Grace is the daughter of the mayor. She is a level 1 fighter. Her technique is Samudri Dragon. Her shortcomings are 27. 1. She gets angry quickly. This technique is the exact opposite of her shortcomings. Samudri Dragon should be calm, so that she can use all her strength in that attack while attacking. 4. This book also had shortcomings and techniques like the first one. 3. At that moment, Grace's pose was over. She punched the wall with her fist. With a single sound, some numbers appeared on the wall. 110. David was impressed with Grace and said, very good. Grace is really capable. Okay, now give me some advice, Grace said. Even after so much effort, she did not look tired. After so much effort, Grace was ready to prove this man to be a liar. But how? Suddenly, she got an idea. She hid a magical eye pearl in the arm of her shirt. The eye pearl is such a pearl that records all the events. Grace will use this pearl to prove David's lie. After that, she could not escape from this theft by making up those things. Now let's see how you will escape. The big ones came to compete with Johnson, sir. Grace had the spark of victory in her eyes, and she stopped her laughter. Now she just had to see what advice David would give for nothing. Suddenly, she saw that David was standing right next to her. Grace moved back a little after seeing him so close to her. She said angrily, "What are you doing? Take it easy." "I was just checking something." David started turning around Grace with his flawedly hands. Then he brought his head and stood about 15 inches away from Grace. Grace did not understand anything. Why is he doing this? Then David said slowly, "Are you sick?" Hearing this, Grace almost fainted. But she said slowly, "You must be sick. Your whole family must be sick. This man is mad." This man will make me mad too. I just posed him a powerful pose, and instead of giving advice, he is calling me sick. Why are you calling me good or bad? David said in shock. Then she understood that Grace was looking at her from a different perspective. Then she said, laughing, I am just saying that your body is sick. I am not making fun of you. Grace said in a loud voice, I am not sick. I think you are sick. You have lost your mind. It has the power of a lion. It weighs more than 100 kilos, so I am sure that it is not sick. Listen to me first. Doesn't your chest sometimes feel pain behind your chest? Especially on a full moon night. When there is light breeze, a red glow comes on your body. Then David hesitated a little, as if he was in pain, but he said again, no matter how much you exercise, you still feel restless. How do you know? Grace had made up her mind to say her advice wrong, but listen to David. She could not say anything.